A big puddle can ruin your car, guys. That is what can happen, you know. If you go through a puddle and your car doesn't make it through accordingly or in the way that you hope it does, it can write the car off. It's a flood damaged car. That's what do I expect? That's what I should be seeing. That's what I'm supposed to be seeing. But it should be good to know a little bit more about it, wouldn't it? Boys, I haven't even asked you your names yet.
Stephen.
Stephen, good to meet you, Stephen. And then you've got no mic. What's your name?
Darren.
Darren, yeah? Stephen and Darren, you boys look quite similar.
Twins.
You're twins. Cool. So where you boys come from today?
Birmingham.
Birmingham. And you've come down with this car here. It is a Mercedes A35 Amg. So it's your car, yeah?
Yeah, basically I had a Golf R and somebody crashed in on the way to work. So I took this in, brought it back off insurance and then took this in with part exchange with it then, so.
Okay, so what's the story with this car? It's categorised?
It's a cat end, but it's had water damage on it, so.
So do you know anything about the water damage? Because as a rule, like water damaged cars, I mean, they vary. It's good to know how much water it's been sunk into.
Yeah.
I wouldn't normally buy a water damaged car, put it that way. It's a bit dodgy, man.
Yeah.
On the plus side, like as you wander around the car, it's had no paint. Most categorised cars have had paint. So all the body panels and everything are good, aren't they?
Yeah.
How long ago did you buy it?
About 2 months ago, 2.5 months ago. But with the insurance claims, obviously the front end was stolen on the Golf R. Then I had somebody hit me in the side on the way to work. So the insurance has gone right up on that. So
you decided for that reason to sell it now. So that's why you're selling it?
Get rid of it, yeah.
Cool. So what's the mileage on this now?
65.
65,000. And how much are you hoping to get for it?
It probably owes around about 16, 17, really, but obviously it's cat end floods, what you've says and that, so I don't, we'll see when it, but yeah.
Okay, we can have a look at values. Is there anything wrong with it? Anything I need to know about?
Bits of misfiring now and again. It doesn't happen all the time, but now and again when you get to a junction, it may misfire and then you start it back up again and it like resets itself, but again that doesn't do it all the time.
Cool, so I've got a diagnostic machine in my pocket. We can plug into it in a sec, see what it comes up with. But again, that could be something tiny, but it could be something massive.
Yeah.
It is alarming. It's a big red flag when a flood damaged car isn't running properly. Anything else worth talking about? I mean, it's yellow. I think that's something quite cool about this car.
Yeah, well, it's got the Aero Kit premium pack and all that, so, but other than that.
Had it have not been a flood damaged car, it's got a lot going for it, isn't it? It's a cool car.
But I didn't know about the floods when I brought it. I just thought cat end. I didn't realise it'd be flood damage and all that. So.
Oh, really? So did you do a car vertical check?
I did do a car vertical check, yeah, but I didn't. Again,
you didn't really
I
consider?
I didn't know really with the flood. I didn't think it'd be that bad. I thought no damage, it'd probably be okay. But
so was it all right when you bought it? Or was it always running?
It seemed to be okay. But then after a few weeks, then it was sort of like the engine management come on, and then it comes to traffic lights. It'd misfire a little bit, and then it'd start again. Then you would switch it off, start it up, and it'd like reset it again. Then.
So you've experienced this car driving 100% of it.
Yeah.
So wandering around, little tiny mark on the wheel. We were just talking off camera as well, and I was saying about these cars. By preference, I want to buy good, clean, straight retail cars. Yeah. I don't want to buy categorised cars with issues. I want an easy life, yeah? I do these videos because they're so important for people like yourselves as viewers. We just had this chat off camera. They're so valuable for people to look out for certain types of things, certain things that are alarming. You bought this car as a category N car, and you've kind of been a bit naive, if anything.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Because you've bought it thinking just category N.
And then you find the little bits of issues then after, don't you, sir?
Yeah.
But other than that, it looks all right. But
it looks really nice. It's a lovely looking car. I think
it needs a bit of Calvin love on it.
It needs, well, maybe, yeah, if we can agree on the right price, because the price that you're asking for is too much money, mate. Wow. So we'll have a chat about that shortly. I want to plug into it. I also want to do like the valuation, the car vertical check, all the usual stuff, and then obviously I want to drive it, see how bad this misfire is. And then we'll see what he concludes at the end of the video, yeah? Let's plug into it, boys, because obviously, again, going back to simple things, yeah? I've specifically picked the cheapest one that we've got at Binco. You can buy one of these for about 30, 40 quid on Amazon. I'm not plugging the company, let's cover up their brand. It's not about the brand, it's about basics, yeah? Pure basics. Just buy a bloody code reader. It don't cost you a lot of money, just to check out what's wrong with the car that you're about to buy. Or not even what's wrong, just satisfy your curiosity. Is there anything wrong with it? And is it something that's going to be a big problem? Quick hashtag key check.
Hashtag check.
It's a nice little key, that. I like that. It's funny how I do that in every video because I personally think it's so important what a key looks like, and I rate it that Mercedes have put some effort into that key because that's a nice, neat little key. So, ignition on.
It's not that bad.
I do also want to say that I've had a good look under the bonnet of this car. There is water residue under the bonnet. You can see where the water's dried out. It's left sort of like a chalky white stain in various different places under the bonnet. So you can see that it's been in water. Potentially might have had a water leak. We don't know. We don't know any details, but we can only do what we're faced with today. Yeah, we can only look at face value. So it just said it's found a code. Now it's saying it hasn't. The code's gone. But even now, I can feel that the it's misfiring right now. Here we go. Cylinder 1 misfire, P301. Yeah, really basic bit of information. Obviously doesn't tell you a lot, but we know there's a cylinder misfire because when you start it's running like it's got misfire. Now, a misfire could be something as simple as, like, obviously I'm no mechanic, but I spend a lot of time with wheel at VRS. And if we Google this code, P0301, Mercedes.
How may I help you?
I don't need help. I'm okay. Thank you. I think it's because
Could you repeat your input, please?
I'm okay, thank you. No. Go away.
What would you like to do?
Work. Film.
No work address has been saved. Would you like to enter one now?
I know I'd like to film a YouTube video, please.
Can you say that again, please?
Needs new engine. No, I'm joking. It says because there's not enough fuel or air and fuel mixture. Can be a bad injector. That's interesting because it's at its maximum capacity. There's a few different reasons there, but yeah. Injector, spark plug, coil. There's a few different potential outcomes, but it gives us a rough idea, doesn't it? It could be something as simple as a spark plug, but it could be something as big as an issue within the cylinder. Whoever owns this car or buys this car is taking that risk when they buy it. Yeah. Obviously, we know it's had water damage, so there's the potential that this could have had water damage to the block, and that's not ideal. But let's go for driving it anyway.
Yeah.
And do all the other checks as well. Yeah. Right, boys. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Now, yeah. All these customised, you know, on the dash, and you can have it on all different. Well, I'll show you anyway. But obviously, it doesn't run the engine, does it? But you know, it's got nice, different
sort of themes and settings. Yeah, it's nice. The interior is lovely.
On the night time, it's really nice. All different colours. You can have two-tone or purple, blue, green, whichever. And you'd say, "Hi, Mercedes, change the colour," and it change. Or put the seats on. It does all that.
It's lovely in here.
It is a nice.
It's nice. That's another thing.
It's just a shame about the water thing, wasn't it? Really.
Yeah, but I was going to say it's another thing Mercedes do a good job of is interiors. They just
definitely.
But then I suppose this is probably what attracted you to the car initially. It's like beer goggles. You kind of looked at it and thought, oh, I love this. Oh, look at this interior. And then just the whole cat end thing, it's just
disappeared. I wouldn't be normally concerned with the cat end, but then obviously the water one, I never really heard much about that, and I just thought it'd be okay really. But
I just think there's so many when you see a physically like a body damaged car, you can see the damage. You know, I've got to replace that panel, that bumper, that headlight, and that's it. With a water damaged car, you can't see the damage, so it's a big risk.
Yeah.
But then we know insurance companies write things off for silly reasons. So it could be, as a rule, I wouldn't buy a flood damaged car. I think that's just me personally. But then being faced with one on the channel, you guys are subscribers, the situation, was the guy a private seller, the guy that
he was private seller, yeah. But he says his mate is going to do the car up. He was selling the car to his mate, like, really nice on. I sort of just brought the car back. I knew the car, it was minted from VW. It was perfect, the car was. It did need a water coolant, and that was done under warranty, so there was no issue with that. And I should have just brought it back. Okay, the S, they made it a Cat S, but at least I knew the car, didn't I? So I should have really just had it back. Golf R.
How long did you have the Golf R for?
2 years. 7.5 is wicked, man.
They're a wicked car.
Wicked car, man, honestly.
So let's do the car vertical check first, yeah? Obviously, it's super important that whoever you are in the world, you're buying a car. Yeah, you've got to do a car vertical check, or just I recommend car vertical, but anything, just do your background checks because you're spending a lot of money. It's so important. You've done your checks when you bought it, and you can see here clearly. So the mileage is all good, which is brilliant. It's done 65,000 miles. It's got no finance on it. Again, if a car's got finance on it and you buy it, well, the finance company owns the car, you don't. and it says there, damage there, needs attention. And you can scroll down, it says the vehicle was damaged, marks his insurance write-off, and it was actually in January this year that happened. So it's only happened in the last few months.
Okay.
And it says category N, repairable, non-structural damage. Now the insurance company don't give any indicator on how it was damaged, where it was damaged, photographs of like it being in a pond or whatever. We just know that it's category N car, which is, it's good because we've got all this information, but you kind of wish there was a way. There's no possible way of getting more unless you knew the person that initially damaged. It's just impossible to know more. So I will link Car Vertical in the description below and use my code CCD to get a discount. And like I say, it's just really, really important that you do that. And also you can see the graph there showing all the mileage is good. So the mileage is genuine. We've just got a big question mark over this this category N flood damage thing. Now valuations, right? 19 plate, 4 former keepers, 66,000 miles I've put, so it's just shy of 66,000 miles. Yellow, which I quite like the fact it's yellow. Some people might not, but I love Larry colours. MOT until April next year, so that's good to see. And that's all good. This is with Enter Reg, by the way, our car trading platform, yeah. And you can see here, it's cap price in average condition 16.5 grand, and then clean is 17,650, and then the market average from, sorry, the Auto Trader trade value is just over 17,000. Now with a categorised car, general rule, this is not a fixed rule, about 25% short of that is where we'd be offering.
Yeah.
So it would be about £4,000 off for that. Is that right? Just over £4,000. 4.5 grand would be offering short of this, short of that valuation, which would bring it to about 12.5 grand, yeah, roughly.
Yeah, yeah.
If it's category S, a little bit more, but then, or a little bit less.
A little bit less, yeah.
A little bit more off, I mean.
Yeah.
And but then again, with category S cars, they vary so much, so it's so hard to know how badly damaged. So we just spoke about the Audi S1 that bought off Dean. Yeah. That car there was a category S car, but it shouldn't have even been a category N. Like it was so mild.
Yeah. That's that other one. Was it Polo?
Exactly that. It was obliterated,
really.
And that's a prime example. So
same categorised. Who's categorised them?
Apparently they're using AI to analyse damage on cars. But that aside, there is no such thing as a valuation system that values categorised cars because it couldn't, because they all vary so much. This could need a new engine. A new engine for this might be £8,000. So how could a valuation system know that about this car?
Of course,
that gives you an idea where I would be at, yeah? You've said that you know it owes you 16, 17 grand.
Yeah.
So 12.5 grand is obviously too low, but I assume anyway, 12.5 grand?
Yeah, well, yeah, we'll have a drive and then we'll go from there. And
let's just do it. Let's drive it, yeah? Because I do really want to drive it, and I'm interested to know how bad it is.
Little Sport Plus there, yeah.
Yeah, but if Will or VRS is watching this, he'll say, Calvin, don't put it in sports mode.
You can try and turn it off, yeah.
Nah, it's all right, it's all right. You've driven it all the way from Birmingham.
Yeah,
so.
but I'd had it normal, but I had it in different mode.
No, what I'm saying is it's done that journey.
Yeah,
so a little bit of a drive up the road ain't gonna do it much harm, is it?
On the move, you won't get the, it won't misfire, you know, like it won't.
So it drives all right on the move, does it?
Yeah, it's mad. It's when you sort of come to it and your revs get a bit down. If it's gonna do it, it's when your revs go a bit down, I've noticed.
So like you say at traffic lights?
Yeah, stuff like if it's gonna do it, it doesn't always do it. This is what's mad about it.
Does the aircon work, does it?
Just turn it all down. You get the pops in Sport Plus. It only does that in Sport Plus.
So right now there's Classic, Sport, Super Sport.
Yeah. So if you've gone to Classic now.
Yeah.
The Classic's this one now. Look.
It goes to chill mode.
Nice,
yeah,
it's nice. Well. Or the Sport is that obviously the yellowy one.
Yeah.
And then you got the Super Sport, which is the rev car in the middle and stuff.
So this is the highest mode, yeah?
Yeah, yeah.
So it's like Sport Plus in BMW.
If you just scroll your middle bit down there, and it give you your, you know, back to the rev count. If you can again and keep going down with that. There you go.
It's there. Gone past it. Cool. I'm sort of trying to feel for a misfire during. Along the rev range, yeah, but
seems alright. He's stony on the go. This is what's mad about it.
Them dash dials
Wicked,
are so impressive. Yeah, I'm trying to not let them
distract you.
get the better of me. Because there is a problem here and I don't want to ignore that problem. Maybe it struggled a little bit there into gear. I don't know if that was just a poor shift. So that's the fastest gear mode, yeah? So
yeah,
Sport Plus is essentially
Sport
the all...
Plus, yeah. And then Sport Plus, Sport is just without the pops and that one.
How did you find out that it was water damage? Did he tell you?
He mentioned it, but obviously he says it wasn't like being submerged in a big lake or nothing like that. He just sort of says it was minor water damage. Well, obviously that's what he's telling me. He was from Manchester.
Yeah, fair enough. You obviously know where I'm coming from though, yeah? It is... It's alarming. But then it could go one way or the other.
Yeah.
And from my point of view, I said to you earlier, like for Binker as a bit of stock, I'll be ruling this out. And people keep messaging me on Instagram saying, Cav, I've got this old banger or the categorised car, perfect for you. I don't actually like buying problematic cars. I know I said this earlier briefly. I much prefer buying nice cars, but for social media, it's just so good buying cars with problems because there's a story here.
Yeah.
So I would normally be ruling it out. It's only because I've got a YouTube channel and everyone on the channel cares about problems that we're having this conversation. So how much, so I'm starting at £12,000. That's my starting offer for your car.
Do you hand, Steve?
Yeah, kiss an hand, yeah.
Do you hand, shall we step in?
Come on, let's get the big brother involved.
Right.
Do you know what's funny? We was off camera, you was like the
I reckon it's
energetic one.
For every 10 minutes, every minute.
Say that again?
100 quid for every minute. That's
100 quid for every minute. He's an expensive
basically, I know I understand what you're saying, what it is, but it sort of owes around 16, probably a little bit more than that in fairness really, because I'll give like 10 and the Golf R, which was damaged, but to be fair, it only needed a door. It only needed two doors and a wing anyway, but because it was the centre, anyway, the Cas S that.
Yeah.
But I'll give him that, so it worked out really, but what the insurance paid me back for it, because it was lowish miles on it, they give 16, so basically, and he had this up for 17, he had this up for 2 months ago, 17.6 on Auto Trader, so I'll just give him 10 and my car, so you was going to do the talking for him. Is that for the... We don't want that.
You've done your bit.
Don't let him start.
I'm just waiting to hear from you.
To be fair, obviously, you says the offer, but that's genuinely, that's what he did owe me 16. I'm happy to take a dive and just get it gone and start afresh really with something else. Well, that's what I'm trying to get to that.
Yeah, well, yeah. How far is that dive? That's the question. How close to 12 grand can you come? That's the question.
Did you say 12 and a half to that?
Yeah, but I don't think we're not fixed at 12 grand. We're basically saying, look, that's where we'd be 12 and a half if we was just going to throw a rigid offer out there. But I get that that's too low for you. So what?
Yeah, only because of what it would owe and.
No, I understand that.
I see where you're coming from.
I don't know to price the first, but I think that's probably a little bit more than what you'd want to pay down the
for what he says, and because I don't know about the water damage, obviously he says bits and pieces with it, but it just seems to be. Obviously, it can go both ways, can't it?
You got to set the door.
It can go both ways, can't it? It can either be like not so good or good, couldn't it?
It could be.
It seems to drive okay when it's on the move and stuff now anyway. But
and you'll see it all on social media as well if we do this. But we'll get a follow-up video and Will's gonna, he's gonna have a fit when he sees that I bought a flood damaged car that potentially needs a new engine. But it's good content.
To be fair, really, I'll be from the 13 mark, around that mark, really, and that's me taking a dive of like 3.5 grand, I suppose, really, within 2 months.
No, I know you are. Or you could just go and get it fixed, bring it back to me, but then it ain't gonna have as much value to me because I'd almost rather take the punt and experience the drama because I'm a YouTuber.
Yeah.
And if it was a nice, normal, straightforward car, it wouldn't be interesting. So I think I would go as far as 13 grand, and that would be it. That's my offer. If you'll take 13 grand for it,
13, can you do 13.2 then, yeah? And then
what's the 2 all about?
just because it's a bit more than 13. Sounds better.
better.
Yeah, pay for his fuel, but well, yeah, you know, just a little bit more than 13 really. But just because I've already took a bit of log. I know that's nothing to do with you.
No, I understand, and I'm not about people losing money either.
Yeah.
I don't want you to lose money, but and like I just say, pardon?
At the same time, don't lose yourself.
Yeah.
No, I know.
Yeah.
No, it's
But then, at the same time, you can take it back home, and you can advertise it, and you might get more money for it. That is an option. I always stress that to everyone. I'll give you 13.2 for it. If you want to do a deal at 13.2, I'm happy with that. If you want to shake my hand at 13.2,
shake your hand at 13.2
cool.
then.
And you know, if you wanted to go back, you can, but deal done at £13,200, yeah? Yeah, guys, I think what I'm going to do with this car is I'm going to give it away on Planet of Dreams, all right? So, as you lot know, for those that don't know, you can enter for your chance to win this car for free, for completely free, but you must be a subscriber to the channel. I'll upload it to the platform now. If it needs an engine, it might become unaffordable to give it away. That's all I'm going to say right now. But we'll get it on the website anyway. Hope that we can wing the next few weeks getting it repaired. But there will be a video coming soon with Will at VRS trying to analyse what the issue is with this car, all right? So thank you to you boys. Honestly, thanks for coming down. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, yeah.
Thank you. Cheers, Aaron. Thank you, man.
More water.
Yeah.
More water.